Hiya Mark, thanks for the footage, mate. Down the line, I like a lot of what you're doing. From face on, I think if I just run those through, those three sort of images, hang on, let's get that back. Those three images really sum up what I'd like to see you change based on the footage that you just sent me. I do beg your pardon, this footage is having a little bit of a funny moment. There you go. What we're seeing here is, this is you doing the drill where you're maxing out that idea of the Frosbury flop, and when you did that, what's noticeable is that it was almost like the pelvis was being thrust this way and the upper spine was being thrust that way. At the end of that, you can see here that you've got a nice extension in the spine, a nice angle in the hips, everything's extended. What I'm seeing here is someone who has extended the right leg but has sort of held on to the flex in the pelvis here and the flex in the spine. So there's not enough relinquishing of the forward bend. Remember, the act of extending is the ankle, the knee, the pelvis and the spine, also the neck, but we'll go into that another time. What I'm seeing here is someone who's extended the pelvis much more. This is an actual shot. Certainly extending the spine much more, upper spine really extended, and to do that we had that feeling of the Frosbury flop. So we still need to get more familiar with this drill, really maxing it out. You can see you're stretching out the knee, the hip and the ankle, and there is some footage and I just can't quite find it where I'm actually stood here pushing your hips that way and pulling your upper body this way. So still plenty of work required on this piece here where we max out the Frosbury flop. So we're extending the pelvis and we're extending the upper body with the feeling of doing the Frosbury flop. And you can see when you do that, the butt of the club's propelled further, the left knee works differently, the body looks much more on top of the golf ball rather than sort of down and across like we see on the far left. It is better, but it's not quite as good as what we're seeing here in the middle. That to me is, to date, one of the best swings you've made, certainly whilst I've been watching you. So hope that helps. Keep hammering the drill that I've just shown you on the right hand side, and I look forward to meeting up with you and progressing more when you return in May. Well done.